What's up, graphic designers? Today's February 28th, and today we learned how to use the screen blending mode. So yesterday we started with the multiply blending mode, and here is a wonderful example by Andrew promoting the, looks like the playoff game on March 1st. Barade is throwing shots at Clayton. I think this is a beautiful piece. Clayton, I'd be honored if I were you. Elijah, well done. This looks great by Carson. I know Catalina was working on this. And she applied the multiply blending mode, but she did it in a pretty cool way. Here's a draft by Christina, and she's going to continue working in the next class. Here's another example by Clayton. This looks like the multiply blending mode. We're going to want to emphasize the screen blending mode as we have here. And we'll recall that's when the lights remain and the darks disappear when we're applying the screen blending mode over the particular layer. Ethan P just wants to rock. I love that. I see some really wonderful examples. Nice job, Jake. And so you guys just analyze all of these, presumably in Arduino when you guys were using that little image app comparison thing. I wanted to share with you very briefly how I use Photoshop in my own life. So I've certainly, done lots of marketing for businesses and freelancing. But I'm also a dad. I've got 3 kids. My daughter's in high school, and these are my 2 boys. Caleb's on the right, and Mason is on the left. And earlier today, swear to God, Mason goes to me. He says, he says, Dad. He says, do you have any fans? And I go, what? And he says, do you have any fans? And I was like, no. And then he says, do you have any fans who have your face tattooed on their face? And I was like, what? That doesn't even make sense. And so I sort of let it go. Then I heard him talking about The Rock, and I got inspired. So I got a portrait of myself. And I found The Rock. And then I showed him this, and this kid was dying. So you might be thinking, how was I able to tattoo my face on his face and The Rock's face? That's a great question. I simply dragged the PNG on top, desaturated it, of course, and then what we can do is we can experiment with blending modes. So I went immediately to multiply because that's the one that I wanted. But you guys, today we're going to be learning how to use the overlay blending mode in a moment. But to cycle through blending modes, if you press V, hold Shift, and then plus plus plus, you can see which blending mode works for you. So maybe in some instances it would be the overlay, not in this case. I kind of like soft light as well. There's a few other ones that might work well if you're trying to tattoo something on yourself, maybe luminosity, but I think multiply probably works the best, and maybe drop down the opacity. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's figure out how the overlay tool works, overlay blending mode works, as we create an advertisement for a toy of your choice.